We've just had our first factory tour.
Honestly, like seeing the professionality, the high standard of production, the quality of process, and honestly, to be quite frank, just seeing the potential volume, it's just inspiring. This is probably one of the most inspiring days of my career to date.
Wow.
Because this is not a world where I'm consulting, advising, or cogging the machine. This is like actually through what happens in that room over there.
We'll make it happen.
Precisely. Will be impacting families' lives, like changing how an industry works in a very small but meaningful way.
That's exciting. I promised a factory tour, so
let's go.
We'll pop it in here. You can see us walking around the factory being excited. What else did we promise? Oh, I promised a co-founder reveal. This is my co-founder, Xenia. Tell them the story. Tell I guess my subscribers, how did this come to be? How did you join Team Ayaa? Nice t-shirt.
Sure, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Do you guys want these t-shirts? Should we put them available on the website? I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, tell us the story.
All right, so I've known Rachael since university. First year of university for me. So this is what, 2009.
Yes.
And watched the building of the previous business, which was really inspiring, scrappy, exciting. Watched it professionalize, printed some t-shirts for it many, many years ago. And about in August last year, I made the decision that actually I've got a lot of potential in the business world, in the entrepreneurial world after 14 years in consulting. And we were talking, I was getting advice from you and vice versa, talking about commercial strategy and so forth. And after a couple of interactions with some interesting founders, quickly concluded that maybe they weren't the right relationships. And
for you at that point.
For me at that point, exactly. So one in particular definitely will be a great relationship in the future. Another one, not quite the right relationship. And then we got to chatting one day, and you had a fantastic partner that had to pull out.
Sadly, I think I did a video about that, so I'll link it below.
And honestly, that it felt like a very sensible opportunity for both of us. But I was still like, you know what? How about we just work together for a month and a half? Let's not talk numbers. Let's not talk anything. Let's just see if I can add value to the journey that you're already on. And honestly, that month working together was deeply inspiring, educational for me, recognizing corporate and starting a business are not one and the same, and helping me to adjust to this world. It's been fantastic.
It has. And what was really interesting for me was when I had this idea of Ayaa, my husband saw the products on our kids and was like, this is going to be big. This is great. This is the best thing you've ever made. So he's been supportive from the jump. And when I said, I'm never doing it, I care brand again, he was pushing me like, actually, you need to do this one. In fact, he annoyed me because he kept using up my samples on his beard. And he was using it in his hair. And I was like, but you have hair stuff. You can buy so much stuff. And he said, but it's not as good. And this is better for my health. So he was locked in. And what was interesting is I've been working on this for like 3 years now. It's crazy. And over the years, there have been points where I've almost gone into business with different people. And he's just not thought it was a great idea. So when Xenia and I were talking, Xenia was like, have you spoken to your husband? It's like, well, that's a good idea. Why didn't I think of that? And we had a chat and he said, I don't think you need a business partner. I was like, I think I did. So I explained why. He's like, okay, I still don't agree, but I see what you're saying. And for me, it was very much like, yes, we have similar skills. However, I'm very much a believer that if you want to go fast, you go alone. And if you want to go far, you go together. So I thought we have similar skills, but I actually think there's a lot of areas that Xenia excels that I'm okay at. Maybe even I'm good at, but it's like, it's your zone of genius, right? Like pricing. I mean, even the fact that you were the pricing consultant for the CEO of Sky, very humble about it, but that's quite deep, right? And the things I know about pricing, a lot of them I know because you've helped me learn, or you've pointed me in the right direction, and I've done more research and I've learned from business. So when we talked about it, he was like, I'm not sure you need a business partner, but if you do, I can't think of a better person than Xenia. And he's like, there's no better guy. was like, oh, right, exactly. Really, really sweet. But I'm with him. It's been wonderful. It's been really nice to have a business partner that's on the same wavelength. All of our like strategy days, going through the values, thinking of, coming up with Esky as well.
Yeah. That was magic. It's a cultural, generational thing, and just hearing it just felt right.
Oh my gosh, we should put it on t-shirts, but in
the font.
Yeah. So SE is basically, it's our values. So we have 3 core values, which are excellence,
sustainability,
and compassion. So when we are running decisions, we will ask, is it ESKI? Is that ESKI there? I think that's ESKI. And it's a really good shorthand for just keeping the quality of ethos that we want, keeping the values right, making sure everything, it can be excellent, but it can be bad for people.
Yeah.
That's not ESKI. It can be really sustainable, super compassionate, but the product is a bit dead. That's not ESKI. Having everything kind of aligned. Anyway, so since then we have worked with a very ESKI designer. We've raised some money in a super ESKI way, I should say. Closed our angel round, very exciting, with SEIS. So that's great. And I think we're doing a little bridge round, but we're at the level where we're like, cool, we can close this, we can issue the share certificates. And these are our brand colors. So big reveal. There's the brand colors. We also would like to show you the product using the brand colors. So there's a lot going on here. We're differentiating between the actual rinse off and leave-in products, just with a different color. It won't look exactly like this because this is beyond our budget. Yeah. There'll be something like this. You can see the vision. This is what we would do if we had unlimited money, but we're having to be very frugal in our eskiness. So it'll be similar to what you see here. This will be a frosted glass bottle anyway, and it will not be printed on because that's really expensive. So coming to this factory is probably saving us tens of thousands of pounds.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is insane, just because we were able to clarify 2 things, and we're going to have a label on a frosted glass bottle, which is way cheaper than printing on a glass bottle.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
With volume will come better economics.
Yeah.
So, this is the beginning of the journey.
Which means we can put more money into R&D to get better products out for you. So I'm super excited. So the hats we're wearing at the moment, so I have the CEO kind of CMO type role. So that means making decisions, setting the strategy, driving things, and figuring out how the marketing and branding works. Senya's wearing the hats of COO, the Chief Operations Officer, CFO, Chief Financial Officer, which means I might have nice ideas, but Senya's looking at the budget to see if those ideas are feasible. But there's so much crossover. So there's definitely, like, we're both involved in the strategy, we're both involved in the finances. It's, I set the initial budget, you improved it. I really like the way that Senya works because I feel confident that if Senya is doing something, it's going to get done. I think you need that in a business partner. Also, just the shared values, the fact that for Senya, this is about thinking about, providing for his wife, any future kids, his family. That as a motivation, I think is beautiful to see. And it gives me an extra layer of motivation, but also seeing that Senya is very on board with, this needs to work for your family. Your kids need to come first. Having that shared understanding, whilst also being really hard workers, is good. Because there's times where it's like, oh my gosh, I'm working on this, I'm not going to sleep. Senya's like, it's this Esky, go to bed, vice versa. Yeah. So I think the fact that we'd both naturally be kind of excessive in our efforts and hard workers, but we're both good at checking each other on that, is brilliant. Anything else you want to tell the people?
Honestly, the partners that we're working with at this factory are genuine partners.
Yeah.
Talking to the owners, one thing I can say with confidence, as we're on this journey, they are going to run with us in parallel. They are very clearly communicated our success is their success. Mm-hmm. And in parallel, it's like talking to peers who have been on this journey for 30 years. Yeah. When I say peers, let me not understate what they've achieved. They are not peers. They are senior to us for sure.
But advisors.
They are very grounded, very down to earth. This is a corporation, but they are not corporate suits. These guys are entrepreneurial, scrappy, professional, very distinguished.
and they care. What really stood out to me is we're walking around, they've got over 150 staff. We're walking around, they're like, hey Bob, hey Shelley, telling us little stories. Oh, this person, this is our third employee. Oh, this girl's been with us for 5 years. People were coming in to a meeting, we're like in and out, and they were excited because they've been involved with Ayaa from the start. Because as I said, it's been a very long journey. And I think I started speaking to a partner factory about a year after I'd been prototyping. So when I was first making the products, it was purely to meet a need for me and my family. It wasn't to start a brand. In fact, I explicitly said, I'm not doing a brand again. It's really stressful. But people have been asking for it. The products are really good. And now that over 66 people have tried it in the consumer trial and they're desperately waiting for it, and we've got a 9.2 out of 10 star rating, it would be unethical not to put it out there. So this is where we are. And when you see this video, we will be weeks away from opening pre-orders on our website. So I'm so excited about that. I cannot begin to describe how excited I am. So it's all happening.
Yeah, rubber's going to hit the road.
What's insane is it has felt like a marathon to get to the start line. And now the real work begins. Yeah. It's been so much work to get here. And genuinely, it has accelerated hugely since Senya came on board, even my work rate. And I think the level of responsibility I've felt because there's someone else involved, that's helped. And even raising investment from angel investors. We care about these angels. You know, they are our friends, our family, people who were on the customer trial. We need to get things right for them. So it hasn't felt like raising investment. It's felt like raising the bar of responsibility and making sure that what we create is something that is good for the whole community, but something ultimately that brings good returns for the people who trusted us with their money. They could have put it on the stock market. So I'm like, we have to outperform it significantly. Right. And then I'm very motivated to make money and pay it forward to other Esky founders. So I'm like, we have to outperform it significantly. Right. And then I'm very motivated to make money and pay it forward to other Esky founders. We're gonna have to set up an Esky fund. Give us 10 years. Vision. If you're a founder and you're watching this, just start working. We'll come speak to you
100%
in about a decade.
100%.
Yeah.
Honestly, so even to your question before, like how did we come about working together? After trying to connect with a few entrepreneurs and seeing if like a partner, what I picked up is there are a few different characteristics that at least I think creates a high potential opportunity. So one is some level of domain expertise. Like she's got that.
Thank you. I did try.
In terms of hair care, understanding the market, and the deep understanding of trichology, right, as a discipline.
Oh yeah, like I can break down the hair strand to forensic levels. It kind of annoys people.
It's a lot.
When someone's like, "Oh, I've got this patch," I'm like, "Is the follicle still there? There's a bit of scarring. Follicle's gone. Hair's not coming." And they're like, "Oh, I think my split end is trending up." I'm like, "Well, it can't because the cuticle on the outside is different material to the cortex and the medulla," and they glaze over. I'm like, "Don't worry. Split ends do not travel up. That's all you need to know." It is. I do love hair. I find it really fascinating. And when you think about like mineral composition on the cuticle of the hair and how you can like analyze that when it's about people's diets or like whatever their environment, I just think it's insane. There you go. Hair is
expertise. Domain expertise. That's one. Two is then having some sort of asset. Right, and often assets are perceived as a big factory or some machinery, etc. But IP, so this formulation over multiple years, the rounds of testing, the 60 different people involved in working through that process,
dozens of prototypes.
That's an asset. That is an asset to be leveraged.
Very important.
Then three is a good supply relationship. So not just going and buying products off of the shelf at this price, but actually having partners. Having a partnership, which usually takes years of proving yourself, doing volume, etc. And in this supply idea, we have not just an okay partner, we have an outstanding partner on every level, from the economics through to the working practical partnership, the operations, the willingness to adapt.
The fact that they're actually a B Corp, which is insane. That's our aspiration. We want to be a B Corp. We want to make sure everything we do is like yes, we want to make profit, but we want this to be kind to the people, to the planet. We feel a lot of responsibility in sustainability in all its forms. And to have a partner that shares those ethics is fantastic.
So we don't have to be asking silly questions like, you know,
have you tortured any
was there
squirrels?
child labor? Yeah, exactly. Let's like we
Only
ask
child
the
labor is my
questions.
kids.
We ask the questions, but we have a clear expectation
Yeah.
of the answer.
Mm.
And then number 4 is the ability to connect with the community.
Yes.
And do you know what? The last business that Rachael ran, like it's funny because in today's world, some businesses just grow and scale super fast.
Mm.
But they don't necessarily build the deep roots into the community. Some do, some don't. But actually, being able to not just understand the problem intellectually, but having lived the problem and being able to articulate that again, not just from theory of hair follicles and etc., but actually like, no, having my child screaming and shouting at the point of detangling, that's a real experience. Yeah. Or just skin reacting to products, or just can't figure out what to use for that special event, that special occasion. So honestly, it's a privilege. It's a privilege to work with you. It's a privilege to build this business.
Likewise.
And to not just learn, but to demonstrate or to exhibit 14 years of experience in my kind of domain of expertise. So yeah, I'm very excited.
So am I. And the team we built, we're so excited for this team. So you will meet the team. Not everyone loves content and socials on our team. So we might just tell you about them, but we'll try and introduce you to everyone. We've got our first big team meeting coming up shortly. So we'll try and film some of that. I know I have not been the most regular on this channel. To be honest, this has been so much work, like all encompassing.
Sure. Yeah, 100%.
And when I started this channel, it was me kind of trying to document things so that when it all blows and it's great, it's like you can watch it. And I want it to inspire people who are also in a place where they feel like their dream is maybe not very obtainable. And I was praying a lot about it, and I thought, actually, this seems impossible on paper. Like, I've got 4 kids, I don't have a budget to make this happen. Just have ideas, and I'm very stretched. I joked in my first video. I think I said something like, I've got 4 kids, no budget, my plants are dying, and I'm building a business. And that was the hook. And it's still, you've seen my plants, they're struggling now. This is not my plant. My plant's not thriving like this. Because the reality is we only have so much energy, so many resources. So when you focus in one place, something has to give. But yeah, we're very excited. Hi.
Are you looked after?
Oh, we are.
Absolutely.
Good. Thank you.
Just do one last one.
Everyone's so nice. We are up your, so I'm gonna pick up on orders. And that's it. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time with a team reveal and a link to pre-order the products. Bye. AI tool. Okay, so we've just had our first factory tour,
Awesome.
and why is it awesome?
Honestly, like seeing the professionality, the high standard of production, the quality of process, and honestly, to be quite frank, just seeing the potential volume, just inspiring. This is probably one of the most inspiring days of my career to date.
Wow.
Because this is not a world where I'm consulting, advising, or cogging the machine. This is like actually through what happens in that room over there.
We're making something happen.
Precisely. Yeah. We'll be impacting families' lives, like changing how an industry works in a very small but meaningful way.
That's exciting. This isn't what I was going to do, but I feel like we should share the packaging, what it's going to look like.
Sure.
So I've got that here on my laptop.
The reveal.
The reveal, yeah.